Pull up incognito. I'm not needing these searches and all.
Yeah. Pull it up. Welcome everyone to Twitch Wednesdays, now on YouTube, now on Wednesdays. We are live. My name is Nat. That is Kelsey, and that's Dylan. And yeah, we got a fun show for you today. We're going to be talking about grown-up stuff and also music.
Well, we can't show that tier list. That's a lot of nudity.
So yeah, I mean today we're gonna be breaking down some porn genres.
Yeah,
for you lovely people.
It's what everybody wanted. After from highly popular demand, we have decided that this is what we're going to do with this YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Is this and it makes content very very different shows.
Very different audiences.
So I didn't do any prep for this.
Nope.
So I don't know how we wanted to do these categories. I'm looking
I've
at
done like 15 years of prep. Well, no, 18 years of prep for this episode today.
That's fair. Us mentally doing the mental math on Kelsey's age, you're just like, wait a minute.
Nah, it's not worth it.
Oh, I just started discussing how young I was when I started watching porn. It's a questionable number.
I started watching porn in like 5th grade. So I feel like
same 5th grade. Yeah.
How old is 5th grade?
That's 10.
Yeah.
10? I think I might have you beat. I think it was 4th grade for me. All right, so I'm the questionable one.
No, because I remember because we were talking about hentai last week, and I think that might have been backstage. That wasn't on air. But
yeah, we probably did not talk about that on air.
So someone mentioned Dragon Ball XXX.com, and you can see Dragon Ball characters having sex. I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. So that's when I started.
After several research moments of that, he has finally figured it out too.
Is there a tier list for porn categories?
There's so many. That's what I was gonna ask too. Like, are we talking about general categories, super specific subcategories?
I was just gonna go off the categories on Pornhub, but now I'm looking at it. There's a lot. So
there's a lot of categories.
There's a lot.
I gotta upload at least 2 images. Oh, I can't do that. So, no, I found this one list that was it was like a pre-finished, pun intended, genre tier list. And I think that's interesting. Yeah, hold on. I can share it because it's just like the words. But yeah, so it had that breakdown. I haven't read it. I haven't read it enough to sit there and say if I agree or disagree. But I mean, I guess that could be something to kind of guide the discussion if we want to.
Straight off the bat, I disagree.
Yeah.
I literally have not paid enough attention to it, but I can spot a couple that aren't where they should be.
Okay, they put gay sex low tier. That's like alienating entire sexuality of people.
Right I know. I think, yeah. Again, this is not to reflect us. I think it's important to make sure and distinctly say before we start getting into it. I think that could be our behind the scenes discussion holder, right? So I think I just have that list, and then all right, I got an idea. So I'll type it into like, I guess, comments or private chat. Nat can pull it up, and that'll be the discussion. And we'll sit here and say, is it, we can loosely tier it, or do we not want to worry about tiers, and we just say, yes, no, or like, I don't know, do we have a 3-point scale? How do we grade this?
Yes, no, indifferent, I guess.
Yes, no, indifferent? I like that. Yeah, I like having a middle one.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if we do that, we can run through them pretty quickly.
Yeah. Because, I mean, there's many on there. Not even enough to cover the whole basis, to be totally honest. But, just enough for a conversation. Before we get too deep into the weird stuff, though, I want to get into this emo stuff because there's a really popular little music festival in Las Vegas that's been getting a lot of traction on the internet recently. And I need to talk about it. Nat, I'm taking over the show. Yeah, you got there it is. Thank you.
I got it.
All right, I was about to say. See, man's reading my mind. Here I was prepping it up on mine. Nat's already got it. But yeah, there we go.
All right, that's too far.
All right, so this is the When You Were Young tour, which just looks like a Warped Tour. But because we haven't had Warped Tour in like 4 years now, yeah, it looks really fucking exciting. And there's a lot of bands that are just sneaking in here First of all, I just want to have a discussion. How awesome does this look, or how so-so does this look? Nat, starting with you.
Starting with me. Okay. I feel like I understand people loving this. I totally get it. For me personally, I kind of grew out of my kind of emo phase like halfway through high school. So I don't have that kind of appreciation for a lot of these bands as a lot of people would, but I am familiar with, I want to say, about like 75% of them. So I do really like this is an epic lineup, no matter what your music taste is. I think there's no denying this is an epic lineup. And I wanted to see if Dylan tweeted out if you can pick 5 from this list, what would it be? Yeah. I want you to guess what mine would be, because I don't think you would be able to guess. And also, I would venture to say that all 3 of us have a different top 5 and with no overlap at all.
Totally no overlap.
No.
Okay, I think that's interesting. So mine's already out there on Twitter, so Matt may have some understanding of where I'd go with this. But for what I think Nat's would be, I'll go first, and I'll pitch to Kelsey. Looking at this list, who would Nat put in his top 5? I have a gut feeling, for some reason, Dashboard Confessional makes it.
That's a negative.
All right. So I'm down 1. I've got 4 guesses left. I'm trying to get percent ratio on this one. Census Fail.
Nope. I do appreciate Census Fail. They're not in my top 5.
Okay. 303. It has to be 303.
303 is like number 6.
Number 6. Come on. All right. Well, I'm down to 2, and I've gotten no guesses correct so far. Which means
I feel like they're the ones that you haven't heard of from this list.
Which means it. Okay.
Throw a random guess. There might be one. There's one.
Paramore feels like an incredibly safe pick, but it also said that there would be no crossover, so I can't pick it. Because surely me or
honestly, I haven't looked at your list really deeply. So I don't
Oh god. All right, fine. Paramore, because that seems like one that's like universally pretty enjoyable there.
I think Paramore is the most overrated band in the history of music.
All right.
Which is an exaggeration, but it's pretty close to how I feel.
Yeah, I mean that's
really not for Paramore.
It's not an unfair exaggeration, but Hayley Williams is a fantastic singer. I have to just swing for the fences and hit with Avril Lavigne then.
Nope.
Fuck you, Nat. I have no idea. Kelsey, go.
I'll go with Atreyu.
That's a no.
No.
Too classic.
We the Kings. I'm just picking random bands on here.
Nope. You're never gonna guess. You've had like.
I was so sure on Jimmy Eat World, to be honest.
What was that?
I was so sure about Jimmy Eat World, to be honest.
You didn't guess Jimmy Eat
World. Rather. Sorry.
Yeah, you didn't guess Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah.
Sleeping with Sirens.
That's a no. You got 2 guesses left.
You're
not gonna get any of them.
Little Huddy.
I don't know what that is.
Neither do we. So.
The Lindas.
No.
I do know who the Lindas are.
So that's no for all 10 of your guesses.
Wow.
You did a single one.
All right. Can I make one more last-second guess?
All right, go ahead.
The All-American Rejects.
You got one.
Damn it! Fucking knew it.
Then it's crossover because that would be on mine.
Okay. I have a soft spot for the All-American Rejects.
Okay, so Nat, reveal to us what your top 5 on this list was.
So I really thought you guys would get this because you saw my Spotify playlist last week, and Bright Eyes song was there.
We didn't pay attention though.
Bright Eyes, come on, Dylan even brought it up. Bright Eyes is number 1, and then let's see,
Bright Eyes.
Rest.
Really?
What was that?
Bright Eyes number 1. That's interesting.
Well, I didn't rank them, but yeah, Bright Eyes.
Right. Okay, yeah, but okay.
Car Seat Headrest.
I almost said that one, and I'm like, nah.
I really like Car Seat Headrest. I'm probably in the top 5% of biggest Car Seat Headrest fans because most people haven't heard of them. Yeah. Let's see. So that's All American Rejects, Bright Eyes, Car Seat Headrest, and then I would go Manchester Orchestra.
That was the other one I was eyeballing for a minute too, and I was like, that's the one that seems very out of genre, so to speak. So
yeah, and then Wolf Alice would be my other one.
That's one I wasn't thinking too much attention on. Manchester and All American Rejects. The more I kept looking there, I'm like, no, that seems too obvious, and I just overthought it. Dang. Okay, so we have to guess now. Now we got to try to guess Kelsey's.
All American Rejects.
Okay, so you got that one. Nat, you go ahead and take mine.
My Chemical Romance.
Yep, that one's on there.
Nailed it. 2 for 2. All right. Let's see. I am gonna go Jimmy Eat World.
No.
Damn. All right, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. All right, I got 2 more guesses. Let's see. So it's not the Used. I'm gonna go Boys Like Girls.
No.
All right, 50%. This is tough. I am gonna go. So I can't guess any of the ones that she guessed because no overlap.
Well, maybe. One of them I didn't know was on there until after I said it. So maybe one I guess might be on mine.
Huh. Okay. Well, that I don't know then. I don't know. So you're saying that there's one overlap with mine?
Well, one that I get. You said the other one I guessed. One of them that I guessed for you is one that's not mine.
Yeah.
Betray you.
No.
Damn. All right, Nat. Here's the winners on Kelsey's. All right. So we already have. What do we already have? We have All American Rejects.
Yep.
All American Rejects and My Chem.
And My Chem. All right. Yeah, those are safe bets. There's no way you don't put Avril Lavigne in this list, Kelsey. There's no way you don't. Okay.
Avril Lavigne is absolutely on this list.
Hell yeah. My brain says Dashboard, but my heart isn't behind it for you on this one. So I'm not going to pick it. But I will say, look, for whatever reason, I just keep getting back to 303, and I'm just like, I think Kelsey just fucks with that. Like, I think she's good.
303 is probably 6. So.
It's
not 5, but it's up there.
What a wild card that one is in this list, by the way. Okay. You're not kept up enough to sit there and say Dance Gavin Dance. And I wouldn't give you Pierce the Veil either. Are you classic enough to go Silverstein? That's the question. I'm gonna go Silverstein. No. All right, too ambitious. Last guess. I'm just gonna throw out Take It Back Sunday. We haven't mentioned Take It Back Sunday yet. It has to be Take It Back.
Take It Back Sunday is one of them. Yep.
Okay, I think that's all my guesses on that one.
All right, so you've guessed all of them but one, and the other one was the Linda Lindas.
Oh,
she mentioned that one. We were talking about that too.
Yeah.
I'm pretty impressed by them. I saw them on YouTube. I'm like, they're pretty cool. That's when I was guessing for you. I saw them listed. Like, oh damn, I didn't even know they're in that.
So I'll go ahead and do a spoiler and just get into a discussion on why I picked my 5 because my 5 are already like under my tweet in here, right? So my picks were My Chemical Romance, Silverstein, Jimmy Eat World, Avril Lavigne, Seosin. Now, a couple of those later end picks, even I'm like, Dylan, what are you doing? Like, I say that in my tweet to myself because I just like people understanding. And I'm like, this whole plethora, and I have many bands I really, really, really like in this. Like, a good 75% of these bands I really, really enjoy and have probably already seen live. So My Chemical Romance is one of these few ones that has dodged me from time and time again. So like,
You haven't?
no, it's literally one of the few on this list I haven't seen. So that's like a definite must. It's my number 1, just right there for that reason. Silverstein is still to date one of my favorite bands. Like it has been an emo band that has evolved into like older screamo emo. And I appreciate that they're staying consistent enough where I'm like, okay, I almost want to give the nod to Dance Gavin Dance for that same reason, but Silverstein I've just been listening to longer. So they're a fan favorite despite seeing them. Jimmy Eat World, another band I haven't seen because they're one of these ones that would have ended up in like an Abstract Warped Tour one, but it just never were playing whenever I went to go watch them. And I really like a good handful of songs that they've made. Like,
I saw Jimmy Eat World. They opened for Green Day when I saw them the first time. I don't know if it was normal for them or not, but they were not great live when I saw them. But they also could have just had sucky sound set up or something.
That's true.
Stuff like that happens.
Yeah.
So following into my Avril pick, same reason. I haven't seen her live, and I think she would be like low-key super fun live. Also, Avril has some banger songs outside of her classic Skater Boy scenes and stuff like that. Like, if we get a little bit further into like 2009, she has a song Hello Kitty, which is like,
Hello Kitty!
incredibly underrated song. That song is very very fun. And I think that honestly would just be like a sick show. Like I feel like that is going to be an unnecessarily rowdy show, even though it's just Avril Lavigne. But I'm
all
there
the girls in their 30s that were like 12 when she got like, that's Avril.
Exactly. And then my last one is Sailson, just because I'm a huge Anthony Green fan. If you may know him from Circus Survive or something like that. Now that is not saying I like all these bands more than any other bands on here. If this was like purely Dylan, you only get to pick 5 bands and the rest go. This list is very different. Well, okay, MCR and Silverstein probably stick, but the other 3 get very, very very, very sticky. Taking Back Sunday is one of the ones that feels wrong to not put on the list because there's so much nostalgia tunes to them. But I've seen them live before and they were great, and then I've seen them live before and they were garbage. The garbage showing, you see a show when you see a band really bad live one time, it almost ruins though in hindsight. Like whenever I go listen to their music. It had been a long time since I've been able to listen to like Taking Back Sunday and not hear like the bad version, right? So like that was my big thing about Taking Back Sunday. Although unequivocally they have a discography that I have like so much hit and loves for. Go check out the footage from A Wonderful Night where David B's band is playing. What band or what song is he playing? It was one of the ones from Taking Back Sunday. It's eluding me right now. But I go nuts very quickly just to sit there and hear it good again, to be totally honest, because I do love that catalog. But yeah, also Dashboard, incredible live. I've only seen it once, but I also don't think it's the right setting for them at like a 3-stage kind of venue event. Like if they had a long set to just acoustic it up the entire time, fantastic. This is not that scenario. So them jamming out 4 to 5 songs really quickly, I don't feel like is like cohesive. And I think that's something to think of as well. Like that's the concert goer in me. Like I'm seeing some of these bands. I'm like, I think with 5 songs, that's great for them because you're limiting like the amount of fat like some of these like bands bring to the table. Like Jimmy Eat World, I love like 4 to 5 songs from them. But I think if we start getting into the recreational extra like stuff, I may like be tuning out a little bit. So that's just my thoughts overall with it. There's a lot of great bands on here that I'm not even talking about. Shout out to Armor for Sleep. They're wonderful low key that I'm just not talking about. But yeah, I mean, obviously this list is great. Everybody's talked about that at length, but we needed to farm some material for the first 16 minutes of this show. So fuck you. We did it.
Also, shout out to MCR because I haven't seen him live, but I technically have because I went to a New York Comic-Con panel with Gerard Way, and because he wrote a comic book apparently, and he handed out these cassettes of like a song that was never before released. And I'm pretty sure it got released like a few days after, but in my head, I think it's never been released. But so he gave us all a cassette, and I had to go find a tape player, which was not an easy thing to do in the year 2017 or 2018 or whatever. But yeah, much appreciated that from Gerard Way.
All right. One thing I want to bring up too before we change subject is I was actually looking on Twitter about this, and apparently a lot of these bands had no idea that they are actually on this lineup.
Yeah, it's
All American Rejects is one of them that were like, apparently we're playing this thing. We didn't know about it.
There's been a lot of emo Fire Festival vibes around this, right? Which only makes it more interesting to me. Yeah, like somehow, all right, you can tell that we are, as in our generation and age group, while we are so desperately starved of just wanting to be a part of something, that we're like 50-50 sure that this is actually just a Fire Fest waiting to happen to us. And we're willing to just be like, fuck it, let's do it. Like, I'm going to end up in a whole, some of their deals were like kind of too, like some of their deals on here didn't seem like too terribly bad. Like there was like a $500 one that included a hotel room and some of that stuff with a ticket as well. And I'm like, $500 for a couple days in Vegas in a hotel doesn't seem unreasonable even without a ticket that's expensive. So I was like, So we're going to be eating cheese sandwiches at this event. Mark my words. I ain't touching the VIP one. I looked at it and I'm like, no. I'm not fire festing myself into a tent where we're all going to be fighting for mattresses on each other. No, thank you. I'd be the only one that I would go and I would be the only one there. That's my fear. Ben, I think there's enough people who want to see even 2 of these bands there that they'll show up just being locals. Like, But oh my god, Ben, can you imagine if you were the only one there? Like, how wild would that be?
That would be awesome. The best case scenario because like
all these
private
bands,
show, all these bands.
you.
At this point,
Yeah.
they're gonna hang out with you. They're like, okay, like you're the only person here. Let's go get a beer after. So like
they show up and
friends
they're
with
just
all of
like,
them.
I don't know, Ben, what do you want us to play? Like, you just get to create your own set list. Low key, that's the dream. But
That's the dream.
in COVID years, like, there's a friend of mine sent this to me, like a day or two ago, and they're like, "Hey, are we going to this?" And I was like, "Oh my god, that's so much COVID." Like, that's just my first thought immediately when I see something like this. I'm like, "Oh." I think a lot of these people are probably responsible listeners nowadays. Hold that thought. Yeah. Come in. Yes.
What?
I mean, I'm streaming. I heard you knock. Griffin, hush.
It's raining kittens and puppies out there.
So we have more than one dog and one cat now?
Yes.
Wow. We're talking about how this is going to be the Emo Fire Festival.
Oh my gosh, Amanda and I were just talking about that.
Oh, man. So, see, everybody knows what we're signing up for at this point.
Yeah, she said there's no way this is happening without Hermione's time turner.
Yeah. Well.
And I said, even Hermione didn't have this much to do with.
Right. I mean, even Kelsey had pointed out, she was like, All American Rejects didn't know that they were doing this until this was going around. So.
No, what?
They put it on Twitter. Yeah.
Hold on. I want to look this up. I want to stir the pot.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
Yeah, I saw an article. I can't remember who wrote it, but
Rejects. Wow, how dare they get that handle? Apparently, we're playing with all the bands. ... Stay tuned, everybody, as we all end up in Vegas together. Hey, that's
stranded in the desert.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
Cheese sandwich. That's it.
Yep.
Anyway,
Team of Tens, cheese sandwiches.
Yeah.
No water. People blowing people for water.
Nice. I'm here
Danny! For the band. Yeah, Danny, I know you got thoughts on this one. This is up here.
This is me. This is for me.
Hell yeah.
All right. Did you guys just start?
No, we started like 22 minutes ago.
I mean, did you guys go already?
Yeah, we did.
All right. So what are we doing?
Really cool.
What's your top 5?
Well,
top 5 here?
I'll give you a cue.
Yeah, top 5 here.
Okay.
All right.
Top 5. All right. I can tell you right now. Danny puts my chem in there. I think he shills hard enough for Paramore. Paramore makes it into Danny.
Paramore is definitely in for sure.
Paramore is in there, but I want Dylan to continue guessing, see if he's correct.
Okay. Am I 2 for 2 for so far though?
No.
Damn. Okay.
So Paramore's 1.
Mm-hmm.
And what was your other guess?
I
he
think
guessed my chem.
Yeah, my chem.
Oh.
I'm gonna see them already, so I don't need to see them again.
Okay, that's fair. I think it's insane if you Danny don't say like the used feels very up your alley.
That was my guess.
Maybe. Okay. All right. So far, there's Paramore, My Chem, Used. All right.
I think you fuck with Dashboard. I think you fuck with Dashboard harder than you're letting
Dashboard.
On.
I mean, if you've seen it, I have that Dashboard sweatshirt, so that is a good choice.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
And then, you know what? I'll pitch one I'm not super confident on.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be 303. It has to be somebody else's top 5. Come on, guys.
303.
303.
Okay. All right. What does Nat? Do you have any changes? So Dylan had Chem, Paramore. You already know Paramore is there.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Paramore. I'm gonna say Avril. I'm gonna say the Used.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna throw the Wonder Years out there.
The Wonder Years. Okay.
Yes. And
Danny does like the Wonder Years.
I'm gonna say it's always the last one that gets me. I'm gonna say
drop Hawthorne Heights on them. It's on the bottom left, just hiding like they're not a big deal.
Yeah, that's true.
Although low key, I think he likes Red Jumpsuit Apparatus more.
I'm gonna say Pierce the Veil. Pierce the Veil.
Okay. Kelsey. What is Kelsey?
I'm gonna go Paramore, Dashboard, The Used, Avril, and AFI. I don't know.
All right, so I could tell out of the 3, you did get 2 out of my 5. So,
all right, what's
Paramore is 1, of course, and Wonder Years.
Oh shit!
I knew it.
My other
you
3.
You're more pop punk leaning. I knew I should have went more heavy.
My other 3. Let's see. I have to represent, of course. Where is this one? I saw them right here. Silverstein, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Silverstein. What else did I see? This. I hope this is Seosin with Anthony Green.
That was my condition. That it was.
If it's with Anthony Green, then yes, I have to see that. Glassjaw. And let's see, because I've seen a lot of these bands already.
I know that was the same thing.
That's what I'm taking into part. So probably I'd have to see Anne Berlin or Jimmy Eat World, because I've seen Jimmy Eat World, but they're amazing live.
How was Jimmy Eat World when you saw them?
They're great. I saw them at Incubus. I've already seen. So these are the bands I've already seen or have seen. So I've seen Dashboard. I've seen Taking Back a million times. I've seen the Used once before. AFI would be nice, but I haven't seen them yet. So A Day to Remember, I've seen them. Motionless in White, I know the singer. Chris Motionless, I know that guy. Dance Gavin Dance is one of the best live bands. I've seen Boys Like Girls 10-year anniversary, so I've seen that already. All American Rejects, the guy was really drunk and wasted, so they sucked. I don't want to watch them again.
Yeah.
Sleeping with Sirens, I wanted to see them. Census Fail, I've seen them a million times, but
yeah, Census Fail.
I just saw them like last year. Bayside was good too.
Underrated pick on that one.
This one is good too. Paris. This one, they have St. Patrick's. That's their main song. I've never seen them before. Bright Eyes is like, I was supposed to see them and they got canceled out, but I didn't get to see them. I've seen Neck Deep, Warrior Strong, State Champs, 303. They just have a one song.
Dumb fun. It is one of the dumbest.
What is this one?
I've been to.
I love 303. They also have First Kiss.
What's
like
this
that
one?
too.
Yeah.
Right next. What's this one? Under 4 Years Strong. What is that?
I can't see your cursor.
It's under 4 Years Strong. What's that one?
The Garden.
I don't know what that is.
I actually don't know.
I never heard of that. Armor for Sleep is one of my favorite bands. So I've seen them. I've seen the 10-year and I've seen the 20-year for What to Do When You're Dead. I've seen that already.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Hawthorne Heights. I have never seen them. So that was also a good one.
Is it kind of weird that Hawthorne is like kind of so stashed away in the corner on this list? Like,
yeah, I like they just got. And this is really random to have Little Huddy over here. Little Huddy.
Also,
what is that?
What, Little Huddy? You don't know who Little Huddy is?
I've never heard of Little Huddy.
He's like one of those emo rappers. So he's like it's like Machine Gun Kelly, whatever.
Yeah, no, not for me.
Little Lotus. But I have to see Amberlin. Amberlin is the one band I've never seen ever live, and that's my kid's childhood right there. Thursdays, I love Thursday. Starting Line. I've seen them too many times, but I can never pass Silverstein.
No, you can never pass on them. They're too good.
So I always go to Silverstein. So that would be mine.
Yeah, Silverstein's a staple.
So then, Paramore, Glassjaw, Silverstein. What else did I say? Wonder Years, and Jimmy Eat World, right?
Yeah.
And then Seosin, unless they have Anthony Green.
Yes.
I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to see them without Anthony Green.
I think it should be Anthony Green because the last thing I see on their Spotify is Anthony Green's album with him, and that's the one I'd want to see anyway. I mean, if they drop off that, then not so hot. But we've got more to cover. We're already half hour into this one, so I guess now's our time where we, blow our load on our content, so to speak.
Now, before we do that, we have one more segment where Kelsey just messaged the Cyberthirst chat, and you said, "I'm not clicking this link." Well, good news, Dylan. You won't have to because we're pulling it up.
What? No!
Okay, so this is what she sent us. Man trying to cure erectile dysfunction accidentally squirts insulation foam up his penis.
I think this is incredibly misleading already. Nobody accidentally does this.
Is that his actual penis right there?
Well, that's the foam they pulled out of it.
Oh, that's the foam. Okay.
They put this much foam in there? Okay, so I have not read this article. Kelsey has. So if you wouldn't mind catching us up to speed with what.
Okay, so summary: this guy has had issues with erectile dysfunction, and instead of doing the thing you're supposed to do, which is go to a doctor, get a prescription, take it regularly, do what they say, then it'll help with your problems. He's decided to try to stick firm objects up his urethra to make him hard, like to hold him straight, so he and his wife or girlfriend can get it on. Well, they had this bright idea of like sticking the foam, the foam has like the straw.
Yeah.
So like
oh god,
to there,
no.
so the straw up his urethra, and then accidentally pushed the button, and foam went up his urethra, up into his bladder, and then expanded. And it took him weeks to go to the doctor. He's like, I can't go pee, and I'm peeing blood when I do pee.
Classic guy move, am I right?
No,
they pulled out.
No, I'm a guy, and I would never stick anything up my urethra.
I know, but that's what a dude would do. He would not. He would wait for a week.
Right, you wouldn't go to the doctor for like until it was
That's
fatal.
Because he's
That's
too
true.
ashamed.
That's true.
He's too ashamed.
There's something going on with my left eye right now, and I still haven't gone to the doctor in like 2 weeks. So
yeah, go to the doctor.
I'm waiting for my insurance. Yeah, I mean, this is
so that's all the foam that was in his urethra.
Yeah, that's the foam that was in his urethra, and then the other foam was also up in his bladder. So his bladder was full of foam too. Like there's the X-ray.
Also, hold on. What angle is an X-ray? Hold on. Go back up to the X-ray part. Is that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it does look like cheetah.
Black is the foam.
Okay, so that should be like the point of entry, aka his dick.
Yep.
Okay, I was about to say I thought it was reversed, and I'm like, what kind of Hank Hill ass is this at first? But now I guess the back curve is the butt, which makes a little bit more sense. William Harold says it looks like Cheetos, and I will never eat Cheetos again. Thank you.
I thought it was a hamburger. That looked like a hamburger meat a little bit too.
I'll still eat hamburger meat. You can't stop me there. This is like this is like a low-key vegan article. They're like trying to put you off of meat, so they tell you something horrific and then make it look like meat, like something you would eat, and they're like, "Oh, well, I can never look at this again." I've been looking for a reason to not eat Cheetos.
Anti-Cheetos campaign too.
Listen, I'm fine with letting Cheetos go. They've not been stellar for a while. Let's be honest.
The flaming ones are good.
I say vegan one time, and my wife in the background starts being like, "Vegan what?"
She popped up. The vegan alert.
Come in, Anna. Come in. Are you in the episode or are you not in the episode, honey? No, I guess not.
But I did tell you that Corey turned out to be a fake vegan, right?
Really?
Yeah. After I broke up, I found out that she actually was a fake vegan.
Oh.
I saw her. She was making a pot roast pork stew.
Ugh.
Like she put a recipe, and I was like,
vegan.
I was like, ah. And I was like, so she was a fake. She just didn't want me to go to the restaurants I wanted to go to. So I was stuck to go to cafes and spend extra money on the vegan cafe.
Yes.
What a jerk. Don't you put that on that?
What a jerk.
Nat, can you pull up the Meyer banner, the cool things Hannah gets while shopping banner?
Wow.
Do I still have that?
I got rained on.
Boom.
Hannah got a Meyer. All right, Hannah. Here's your segment.
I'm actually very excited about this. Because I was looking for some warm boots because I have rain boots, but I don't have any warm boots. But I didn't want to spend a lot of money on them because we do not live in a very snowy climate.
No, we don't.
It snows like maybe twice a year. So I found
although we are going to Alaska here soon.
At Meyer. And why I'm so excited about it is I was very drawn to them because they're cute. And then I noticed the name is Hannah.
Oh, the boots
spelled correctly and everything. And
then
H-I-G. And then I look up and they were half off.
Half off?
Yeah. So I only spent half what
Wow.
I would have normally, which is very exciting because not only were they cheap because they were at Meijer, but then they were half Meijer price. So
what are the chances?
Wait, real quick. What is Meijer like? Walmart or is it like a Target?
Yeah. Think of like I guess it's a grocery superstore. Like
it's like a Target.
It's like a Target.
Yeah, I mean, if Target also have groceries on your side of the
aisle,
they do.
I think they do. I'm pretty sure they do.
Not every Target does. Ours don't.
Yeah. Somehow.
We have to go to like northern Kentucky to sit there and get into some of the Targets with grocery stores in it.
So, if it snows our inch to 2 inches that we might get tonight, I might wear these tomorrow.
Oh, that's exciting. Yay. Speaking of inches, that segues wonderfully into our next discussion. Actually,
wait. I'm sorry to ruin your transition, but I just saw. I'm trying to find this TikTok I saw. It was really funny. So, this girl was like, "Oh, it's snowing in the south." She turned the camera. The people were trying to sled, and there was like not even an inch of snow on the ground.
Yeah.
That was like my niece this past weekend.
Yeah. She just ran.
They had like no snow, and she was like sitting on her little sled because they have a little bit of a hill in their backyard. She was sitting on her sled. She was just like scooting like this, like just trying to make it happen.
She's
so hard.
26. I don't know how old you guys thought she was.
I was picturing like 5.
Yeah, same.
26.
Actually,
all right.
She's 3.5.
Hannah, be cool.
I do have nieces that are around that age.
That's true.
But,
yeah. So you bought Hannah.
What?
So you bought Hannah.
You bought Hannah boots.
Yes.
At a reasonable $30-something.
It really was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm really pumped about that.
I mean, it's not Little Caesars prices, but
no,
you can beat those deals.
It's not. It wasn't a hot and ready.
No. Speaking of hot and ready, I think that cues in really well for our next content, guys. I am underpaid for how good my transitions are for our content.
You need a raise.
Get paid at all.
I set up and spike. All right, I'm an everyman. All right, we're gonna.
No, I think our friend last night had the best segue because he said, "Speaking of porn, I was watching a video last night. Remember?"
Yeah.
It was a pretty good one.
That was pretty good. All right, so
I don't even remember what the story was.
I don't remember either.
I just remember the transition.
Yeah. All right, well, we got to put likes, dislikes, or indifferent on about like 67 categories. So unless you're sticking around
what are you talking about?
We're gonna. Well, so this isn't ours. This was somebody else, but we're just using it to list off the categories.
That's funny.
So we've got a like, dislike, or indifferent. All of these. So we're gonna be here a while.
Oh. I thought we were just going straight through our top 10.
I mean, yeah, we could do a little bit of everything.
No, let's do. I like that one. I thought it was like a tier list you're doing.
Oh, listen, I would have loved to do a tier list, but we didn't have the tiers set up for it, and I tried to Google it, and the only one I found was just naked people with no distinction of what the genre was.
Porn stars.
Yeah, I found a bracket of porn stars, but not
we're using this as a reference, so I'll list amateur. We'll say like, dislike, indifferent. And
hang on, before you get to that. Before you get to that, I found the TikTok, and I'm going to share it.
All right. Put TikTok out. This will be the thing that hits us with DMCA, too.
It's a TikTok. It's fine.
Never know.
So I'm in Georgia, and it's snowing. It's so beautiful. I came to the park because it's the South. Don't get to enjoy snow much, but...
Look at all the grass.
Mm-hmm. This is an honest representation.
This is very embarrassing.
Okay, but where's the lie?
Where's the lie, though?
I mean,
it's not there. Nat, whenever you guys want to go sledding, do you just like go racing down the sand dunes in Arizona? Like, what do you do in Utah?
That's what we do. Sand dunes.
Yeah.
I actually have a real snow tubing park.
Danny, you're in New Jersey. All of your snow is toxic with sewage or shit. I don't know.
I try not to go there.
The green one is South Jersey, Central Jersey.
So
in New Jersey.
Utah is known for its snow. Like one of our state mottos is on the license plate is "Greatest Snow on Earth," right? But we have the worst pollution and inversion you can imagine, like all year long. You can't see buildings and mountains. So when it snows, that all gets brought down to the ground and in the snow. So I don't know what they're smoking that makes them think it's the greatest snow on Earth.
Yeah.
When it's
maybe they were eating the
toxic.
snow.
Right. Maybe they're high on the snow. Maybe they're eating all this New Jersey snow that they're getting.
Snow.
Right. I mean, it's funny. I hear Utah, snow is not even in the top 4 things I think about it.
Yeah, we're famous for it. We have like 6 ski resorts that people famous. Like Sundance is a ski resort. Then that's what they do in Park City. Like our northern Utah is a winter sports town. Like that's like what we do up here. Like I go ice skating all the time and.
Yeah,
I used to work at it. My first job was a ski resort.
Ski resort. I see that for you, Danny. I feel like you reenact The Shining often while at work.
No, isn't it? I actually work in a hotel, which is like The Shining.
I know, which is exactly.
No, I'm talking about like a ski lift area. I did the lift ops, and I did like build all the obstacles, for the terrain park.
That sounds spooky. I don't know about that. What's up, Matt? How you doing, buddy? What Matt? Yeah, I was about to say we don't got the what we're doing at Meyer anymore, Matt.
So
not
only says hi to Kelsey and Dylan.
We're done.
I only got the one cool thing.
Yeah.
I did find milk though.
Oh, that ties in with lactating on this list actually.
Yep.
Exactly. It's important to note because we're supposed to get some snow tonight, and sometimes they're completely sold out of milk.
Milk sandwiches is a big deal around here. Yeah. So if it's gonna snow, milk and bread first thing to go.
You can completely sold out the whole town.
Yeah.
You will not find milk,
you won't find any
bread, and they'll be pretty low on eggs too.
Most meats.
But yeah, we will be able to make our milk sandwiches tomorrow.
Which most meats sounds like a shop Kelsey would open up, which segues really well into our next segment. Nat, damn it! It's not Bebop. You've never watched it. You probably won't. All right, so I'm not going to cue this up. I've been segueing it all night. That sounds like a sex act. Is that a sex act? Segue?
What?
Segue?
No.
I'm going to look that up on Urban Dictionary.
I mean, it could be.
Yeah, like maybe if you're leaning forward on
like that kind of.
Yeah. I'm sure that's something.
You push someone into something.
I guess anything could be a sex act.
Like you thrust so hard, you thrust somebody into something. I imagine it's kind of like an Eiffel Tower, only you thrust her so hard, you thrust her into the other guy. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yes, I'm picturing
stationary.
Yeah.
And the guy in front of her is completely stationary.
Okay.
And he is not touching her.
This sounds more like a lumberjack seesaw, right? Like you need to have the big saws.
Like she is completely she is doing nothing, and the guy in front is doing nothing, and he has in no way penetrated her mouth. Okay.
Okay.
And then the guy behind her penetrates her so hard, it pushes her into the guy in front. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what
Here, can you give a fist here, pointing this way? No, you're gonna use the other. Okay. So I'm the girl.
Yeah.
There's somebody behind me.
There's a guy behind you, and he pushes you so hard, it pushes you. That's what I imagine would be a segue.
Okay.
Because it's like a transition.
That's never gonna happen for me. So.
Well, Danny, never say never.
What do you mean? Which part? Which part of the 3?
Right.
I'm not gonna thrust the person that hard.
Oh.
It's impossible.
I'm sorry.
You could be one of the receivers. You could be in the middle or the far end.
So
it doesn't have to be a female in the middle. It can be anyone can be a receiver / giver. Anybody can be the middle person.
Anybody can be holes.
Anyone with 2 holes.
Anyone can be holes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyone can cook.
All right.
Anyway,
All right. Let it go. Let it go.
Let it
go.
I really should not have found that funny, but just the way you said the word thrust with that much power behind it.
Yeah.
It's like
horsepower.
It's like horsepower.
All right.
I bring something to the table.
All right. What are we going to talk about? Horniacs.
Okay. Are we actually talking about it now, Nat? This is
Go ahead.
All right. So, we've got just like a list here.
Wait! I found another TikTok. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
God damn it. So, do I start from the bottom, from like what seems to be the least desirable ones according to this tier list, which does not reflect the beliefs of Call to Action and/or Hannah?
Let's start there. The bottom.
No, we're all horny here.
Okay. I'm gonna start with
Alan. Kind of.
Are you guys talking about Human Centipede? Roughly. I mean, a couple less steps, but yeah. I mean, we were anyway, Alan. So, let's start right on in. BDSM, starting with Nat.
Starting with me.
Yep.
I'm not really into it. Like I get the appeal. I've just never been that kind of person who's turned on by pain, whether it's to myself or to other people. So yeah, I could. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no for me.
Kelsey.
This is probably in my top 5. I love BDSM porn because that's my cup of tea in real life.
The purple-haired girl actually likes BDSM. Shocker.
You could have saw that coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, big fan. Big yes.
Danny.
Is this just general BDSM? Are we going to a little small, like
however you want to define it? However you want to define it.
So I guess if we're just categorizing the whole category, yes.
Okay.
But there's specific BDSM acts that I like more.
Yeah. I would say the deeper logistics lose me. Like the deeper you go into it, the less intrigued I am by it. On surface level stuff, I can get behind it. But there's a lot of BDSM stuff that gets into like a lot of extra work outside of the bedroom. And like once you get into that territory, I don't know. That's too much. I think that's a little too much for me. Like, all right.
I think aren't we like strictly talking about watching it though? Like not actually...
I thought this was porn.
Yeah.
We're just we're watching.
I know, but like all right, so right. I mean this is just me saying in general though, like translation for just watching it. Yeah, I mean fine. As an indulger on it, but yeah. I don't know. I hear a lot of stuff just outside of it, and it's hard to mentally disconnect that stuff when you are watching it. So this is why I preface with that point. But yeah, it's fun to watch. Hannah, you're here.
I don't think I've ever once like actually searched it. So.
Same.
I'm not pulling it up on my dual screen. I don't got time to be doing all these side by sides on this one. Let's go into let's do rape fetish. That's right next to it. We're just hitting all the hard ones at the bottom. Starting with Nat.
You're gonna start with me. Okay, might get canceled for this one. I'm really into the videos. I would obviously never rape someone actually, but like it's not about the rape for me. It's like it's about drive. It's about power. It's about how as The Rock says it. So
I don't know
about
the segues, right? Yeah.
I mean, I'm into it.
Mm-hmm. Kelsey.
I'm definitely into it as a person who is intrigued by consensual non-consent. That whole thing, yeah, I'm into it. I don't search it out, but if I come across it, I'll watch it. So
yeah, Danny.
We could say indifferent, right?
Yeah, we could be indifferent.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to it, and I'm not like actively looking for it, but some of it kind of like it depends.
Now, go ahead. Yeah, sorry, Dave.
It just kind of depends on how it's being performed, like between the actors, performers.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I can't watch amateur people acting that.
I only like amateur people.
Alan's comments, I just have to point out really quick. My BDSM safe word is more.
or sometimes lower.
Hannah.
I think I'm pretty indifferent. Yeah.
I feel the same way kind of as BDSM. Like I feel like this is a content you need to have a lot of like maybe not a lot, but just enough premise for me to be like, okay, I can get behind it. If it just starts into a situation where it's like upfront rough rape.
I agree. It's part of it is it's the lead up to it that makes it. Yeah. So no, I agree with that.
I need a sense of narrative and believability to it to sit there and disconnect from being like, this is maybe just straight up that. But that's what we get in the unpopular categories, according to this one. Underrated one, I think. Tentacles. Nat.
I think is there tentacle porn that's like not hentai? I haven't seen it, but if there is, then I'd be interested in seeking that out.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I'm gonna say indifferent because I don't know. It doesn't really do much for me, but I understand the appeal.
Mm-hmm. Kelsey.
I have never like watched like an actual full tentacle porn. I've seen like GIFs and clips and things like that. So I'm indifferent, but I'm interested. Where I'll check it out someday.
I'm indifferent, but I would research, says Kelsey. Yeah. Danny.
I'm a meh, so I guess it's indifferent.
Indifferent.
Yeah.
Hannah.
I mean, it's just one of those things that, you think of. It's just like a joke. It doesn't really do anything for you, you know?
It doesn't really give me any.
It's just like,
yeah.
Yeah.
It just makes me laugh.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm totally for it. Next category. So I'm kidding. No, I'm totally indifferent. I can't take it seriously. It's been hentai and memed to death at this point. Like I just look at it, I'm just like, that's silly.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3 out of 3 Asians agree. Yeah, we should take it.
We're breaking stereotypes, Scott.
I know we are. Matt doesn't watch anime, so he's always trying his best to break those.
I love anime. I watch Cowboy Bebop all the time.
Fan out of all of us.
Cowboy Bebop.
Cuckold. Nah.
Not really. No, I'm pretty indifferent on it. I wouldn't like. I've searched it out before in the past before. But like it's not like in my rotation of categories. So I would say indifferent.
Okay. Kelsey.
Indifferent, probably. I don't look for it. No, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Danny.
No.
Hard now.
Not to watch.
Not to watch. Yeah, for sure. Hannah.
Not to watch? That means what?
Well, it means answer the question, Hannah.
Okay. I know.
Indifferent?
Not really anything. Yeah.
It's not for me, dog. I don't know. Yeah. Not for me.
Just for the record, I like to imagine myself as the cucker and not the cuckold.
Yeah.
I put that out there. Not
can we all take a moment to giggle at the word cucker?
Is that what you call it though? What is that? There's a term for it?
I'm surprisingly, I actually don't know that one off the top of my head. And Kelsey,
the
one who's cucking. I feel like it's never been, in my knowledge anyway, it has not been mainstream defined as like the cuck. Like there's the cuck, and then there's just the other person. I feel like it's always been defined. But somebody more in that community, feel free to chime in otherwise and let me know in the comments.
6 people. Come on.
Yeah, the cuck and the segue. Like, can we get that? Yeah, those ones on it. All right, this is an interesting one. Tan lines. Nah.
Tan lines?
I didn't know this was a category.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. It's a category.
I guess indifferent. I don't really know. Like, what would the genre even involve? Just someone with tan lines?
Standard porn with strong tan lines, presumably around the breast, butt, or vagina areas.
Interesting.
Me and my best friends call each other cucks. Haha. I love our show.
Love that.
We have a guest show on here. Make sure to nominate us for this year's Schmodown Awards.
This is award worthy.
This is award worthy.
This is where we put all of our award.
You're not gonna get that on any of those people's shows.
Everybody said we wanted Schmodown content. Here we are reviewing cuck and tan lines. So. Kelsey, tan lines.
I actually prefer no tan lines. I don't know why. Just they're distracting. So this one I actually would say no.
Pure uniformity. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Danny.
We're all a bunch of ducks.
See, this doesn't seem like it's a genre porn. It seems just more of like a fetish or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would say no. I just never think about it, and if somebody has tan lines, I'm like, okay, but it's not like something I'm like, I need to have someone have tan lines, so I'll say no.
Yeah, when someone asks me like for what's your type of girl, and I wouldn't say like, oh, someone who has tan lines. That's never crossed my mind.
Yeah, it's a strange one to be a category for sure. I think that's a whole contention in itself. But it's listed as is. So Hannah.
No, I hate tan lines. So. And also, I've never been able to achieve tan lines.
Well, you've never been able to achieve tan.
I hate tan. So.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think it's necessarily should be a category, but I'm totally about it when I do see it. That's that. Andres says, I thought we were talking about fetishes. I have driver's arm. Does that count as tan lines? It's not really in sexy areas, I guess, as predefined by
I don't know what's driver's arm.
It's when you have your arm that you sit up on the window. Everybody just universally puts their arm up on the window. Yeah, you have a sunburned tanner arm versus like your more pale arm.
Is that like a farmer's tan?
Yeah,
kind of on one side of your body.
But just when you ride in the car for a long period of time,
mm-hmm.
you just have your arm up, and then that one gets a little bit more tan.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're moving to the next category. Oh no, we got to hit this one.
Oh.
Furries. Nat,
you're starting with me. Of course we are. I'm gonna say no. Just no. Not into it.
Kelsey.
I don't go searching for it, but I mean, if it was on, I'd probably watch it. Like, and I wouldn't be like turn the channel. So I guess yes. Sort of a different kind of yes.
Danny.
Nope. I know furries. I know furry communities, but no.
Hannah.
I'd probably watch it out of curiosity, but I don't think it would do anything for me. It's kind of like tentacles.
Yeah, I think it's a topic worth researching is what I would sit there and describe it as. I'm like, the curiosity I think would sit there and be like, okay.
Yeah.
But you hear enough stories and things about it, and you're just like, wouldn't dive too much deeper. I'm not here to yuck their yum, but
can you please read Will's?
There's a whole driver's arm section on Pornhub. Don't Google Alabama Hot Pocket. I won't.
I will not.
I will right now.
But Nat will do it. The Fast and the Furious is a Furious movie. Furious. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I missed that one. All Googles for later. But moving up
into after we're off air.
Yeah,
I already Googled.
Yeah, I can't help myself. I'm Googling.
Yeah. Next category. We're moving up into the low tier, up from this person's shit tier, which is ironic that shit wasn't in this one.
Oh, that's
very relevant to the Alabama
low tier.
Right. Where do I start on this one?
A lot of these overlap.
Yeah, kind of deep. Yeah, let's hit with this one. Interracial. Now,
doesn't really matter to me. Like, I mean, I feel like people usually look for interracial because, like, generally black men have larger penises. But like, there's plenty of other race porn stars with big penises. So I never really saw the appeal. Like, I wouldn't like not watch it, I guess. So I'm gonna go indifferent.
I mean, for me, like, I don't Google, like, search for it because to me that's just porn. It's diverse.
Yeah.
So like, if I click on one with two people, different races, and one and two people, it'd be like, it's, I don't know. So I guess I'm indifferent, but I mean, like, I probably like good 60 to 70% of the porn I watch is, but I'm not searching for it.
Danny.
That's correct. There's a guy named Jed that scares him. I know who he's talking about. So yes. Because it doesn't have to just necessarily be like an African American white person. It could be any kind of interracial.
I know. I think this is kind of the presumption you hear interracial, and I feel like people automatically go black and white.
It's not like BBC. I don't think it's just necessarily BBC they're talking about. So.
Right. I feel like it kind of gets pigeonholed into like strictly black and white instead of the Asian spectrum as well. And I'm like,
yeah, you know what? You're 100% right. I'm a big fan of the AMWF category. Love that.
Asian male, white, female category.
Yep.
Yeah. I get it.
Hannah. I can relate.
I It's not something that I seek out, but you just like incidentally land there.
I mean, you landed it in real life, so.
Dread is like a horse.
Yeah. What? Oh, stop! Say less, Danny.
What?
Say less.
I'm reading the comments, and he's saying it scares him. So.
Oh, that hasn't popped up for us yet.
Yeah, we haven't got that one yet. I thought you were just making stuff up or fact checking it on the scenes.
Yeah, well, we're doing the Google searches for us, so like we're good.
Yeah.
That's like.
I'm pretty for interracial, pretty much across the board. I'm gonna say it. Because I know somebody's thinking it out there, and I'm just going to say it. I can't connect when it's a black male actor with it. That's usually turns me away. Not anything against the black. Again, it could be a black woman, and it's fine. But something about black male actors, I don't think it's just too disconnected, right? Like
too different than you.
It's right. It's hard to project into that position.
You don't embody that.
No. Right. It's so distinctly different that I'm like, I can't. Like,
see, I understand what you're saying. I've never really been the kind of person who like put myself into the male porn star's perspective, really. Yeah. So that's not really an issue for me, even though I did just 2 minutes ago say I like the Asian.
Flip contradicting that comments throughout the show. We'll see how many we can get on this one.
Well, that's an interesting conversation. Are you completely an outside observer, or are you putting yourself into the story?
I think it depends on if the story.
That's gonna be one of the categories, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, POV.
Yeah, POV. I'm not PLD, POV, more.
Wait,
PLD is my least favorite category. It's a hard pass.
That's a nomination.
No, I think I have a big thing about skin tone though. Like skin tone on like the male genitalia stuff is like a oh okay I can relate, or like loses me or whatever.
So you do have a weird obsession with that. You talk about it a lot.
So if it's like say you have to like it's based on the skin tone.
Yeah, I mean Danny, a Filipino guy, you get it. Like maybe it doesn't always. Maybe well, okay, I'm a little bit more.
No, I get it.
Okay, thank you. All right, you know where I'm going with this then. All right,
I know what you're talking about. That's like
yeah. All right.
That's like part of like our mom's telling us.
Dylan has an obsession with penis skin color.
Whoa,
that doesn't
word.
Really. I don't have that really, but I know.
I wouldn't say it's obsession. I think it's just noticing the very clear difference for. Listen, I'm not. My wife would get upset if I talked about my penis color on air, so I'm not.
No, it's fine. You talk about it all the time with our friends.
I can't.
You ask people. You take polls. You're just like, where you.
Well, how else am I gonna know, Hannah? How else are you gonna know?
You get paint samples from Home Depot, and you're like, where do you fall on this spectrum?
Yeah.
And it's just like, Dylan. We're
time.
at a nice dinner party. These are my coworkers. Like, why?
I think your boss took it extremely well when I asked them. Griffin is.
So what about like two-tone penises?
So anyway,
what about like two-tone penises, Dylan?
Two-tone? Oh, two-tone Malone? You mean? Nah,
yeah,
two-tone.
Like two-tone.
I mean,
like one's like more like it. Like the tip part might be a little more redder.
There's a color it's supposed to be. So I can't. Now we will spend the whole episode in this, and we just don't got the time for it. I'm not getting dick baited today.
Really
Next week.
Next week.
We'll just talk about penis color.
Just for the record,
to like a porn star.
Just for the record, mine is darker than it should be. Let's move on. Our next category.
God, you've
see.
You've opened a literal can of worms.
I'm just saying, if you go by your body color versus your penis color, and they are fairly a different amount of shades, you notice. Is all I'm saying.
Notice it.
It's the true sign of a HAPA in that regard too.
Here we go.
Oh, for a second I was about to yell at Claudia because
I was just like, how did she get in
here? Yeah, because we both have two black cats, and I literally saw it pop up in the back, and I'm like, Claudia, wait, you're in the basement. How? Like,
it's Into the Spider-Verse.
John Pierce says, "Hey, y'all." Skate Weather says, "Did Kelsey get canceled? We talking about cock colors. What did I just walk into?" Yeah, we're trying to get Kelsey canceled, but as you can tell, it's surprisingly harder to get.
It is very hard to get canceled, even with the Subway thing. We're still not fully canceled.
Yeah. All right, let's
Subway
move on.
didn't cancel us. I don't know what will.
Yeah.
DLD wearing a Queen ad and nothing else would probably cancel us.
Yeah, that's what gets us canceled.
I don't know. I feel like that's how he gets raises in some parts of his community. Anyway, let's talk about lactating, guys. Nat.
Not really into it. Doesn't really turn me on. I am gonna say no.
Kelsey.
For me, I think it would have to do with the story. If there's like a good story about like a married couple and they're not having sex or anything to the baby, but the baby's asleep, and like he comes up and like I feel like if there's a good hot story behind it, I'd probably like really get off on it. But I'm not searching for it, so I'll say yes because like I said, if it's on and I feel like it's got a good plot, I'd probably watch it. So.
It sounds like you have a very clear video that already defines you into this. That like I'm going to say yes purely based on this one content.
This one video I saw one time.
Listen, if you have one video that you're like, I remember it, and that one's not bad, I'm putting you in the yes category for this one. I think it's a fair rule of thumb at this point. Danny.
100% yes.
100% yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I like there's certain cam models that I'll follow that are just strictly that.
Fair enough.
Now I've seen these videos where the girl is like dressed like a cow. Does that add to it at all?
Then we're getting more into other fetish.
That's more fetishy. I'm just talking about straight up lactating.
Yeah, like if we're getting full milk, I mean, it's starting to cross into like a weird mix of like furry / BDSM territories to a certain extent, I think. Sure. So I think if you're into those categories, you're just doubling down.
Yep.
But if you're not into those categories, you're just like, I like my lactation porn a little bit more humble, thank you. Like, then maybe that's for you. But Hannah.
I can say this is one thing that I've never actually investigated, so I can't say.
Indifferent.
I've drank breast milk.
I know you have. You talk about it all the time at fancy dinner parties when I'm talking about my penis color down your bosses.
Can you guys invite me to one of these dinner parties, please?
Kelsey, like, this dinner party sounds fantastic.
You know what would make this great? Shots.
Yes.
Breast milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, they fill up the cups.
Yeah, whole cups.
Yeah.
I wasn't super about this until a video I saw recently, and I've been preached over on the word on it, so I have to give a yes for that simple rule.
Welcome to the.
I really think all it takes is a great
video.
Welcome
to the milk side.
Pull you over.
Yeah, all it takes is one video, and suddenly you're in the church of lactation.
You're a believer.
Yep, you're a believer on it. But here's one that might trip some people up: traps.
What is that?
Traps would be, typically speaking, if you're expecting a woman and then surprise penis.
Oh, no. just no. Not for me.
Yeah. Kelsey.
Indifferent. I'll watch it maybe. But...
Danny.
Nah.
Nah.
That sounds like a true story.
Sounds like a true story? Hannah.
Considering I didn't know what we were talking about, once again, I can't speak to this.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it meme to death. Like, there's so many videos that they're like, if you go into like, hole up moments where it's supposed to be like, okay, you're gonna get a twist out of this video, 9 out of 10 times it turns out to be like,
haha.
Yeah,
it's a pee-pee.
Yeah, I know. It's just surprise penis. I'm like,
yeah,
surprise penis ain't my thing.
It doesn't really care.
We'll hit one more in this category. It feels like.
What category are we on? Are we on like C or?
We're in the C tier according to this one's. Cartoons / hentai.
You know what? I feel like as an Asian, I would get judged for liking hentai.
Sure, here we go. Here
it goes.
The right video really hits hard. So I'm gonna say indifferent because most of the time it doesn't work.
Oh, come on. Just check the box. You're already imbalancing it with the tentacle vote. Just go yes on this one. Make it even.
What do you mean? I voted indifferent on tentacles too.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fine.
Indifferent.
All right. Kelsey.
Okay. Actual hentai I have not really looked up much. It's on my list of things to browse more. Now, cartoon, I'm going to interpret that as anything animated. So I don't know. Okay, I shared in the Cyberthirst chat some animated.
Life is Strange, Rule 34?
Yeah, Rule 34.
Yes, I opened that at work.
And that was hot. I enjoyed that. I spent several hours searching through that. So I say yes, depending on what the subject matter is. Yes.
Danny.
Yes, and the games too. Dramatical murders.
Yeah.
But
we get into all the games as well. Good God, like the boyfriend girlfriend simulators and all that stuff. Yeah.
You know what?
I'm talking about straight up light novels, like dramatical murder, where it's like straight up.
Yes.
There it is. Yeah. Surprisingly, one of the most popular categories, cartoons, hentai. Hannah, are you in the yes train, or are you gonna go otherwise?
I'm gonna say I'm more yes than no. So.
Yeah. I think unequivocally, yes. I mean, listen, there's too many sexy cartoons out there to be. Listen, there's too much baseline popular sexy cartoons before we even get into like the really smut stuff, right? Cartoons is massive turn up with Marge Simpson or Lois on the side of Pornhub. It's so distracting. All right, fair. I'll grant you that. Like, I don't want to see a Simpson or something on there per se. But like, even if I'm like just talking broadly, like let's say like hell, like Disney characters, or we get into any animes. Hell, we start talking about Meg from like Hercules. We start talking about Jasmine from Aladdin. We start talking about Disney princesses. People are like, okay, maybe I can see it. And then I'm like, okay. And then we start getting into like the Pixar films with the dump trunk asses on these women, and I'm like, come on,
for it.
Right? Exactly.
It's incredible.
Yeah, exactly. And
Okay, Robin Hood.
You and Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Some of us.
Isn't that you were more on the animal Robin Hood one, weren't you?
Robin Hood.
The Fox. All right, Kelsey.
Yeah.
Robin Hood and Fox. Like the Fox version of Robin Hood. Are you about it?
Yes.
The actual movie or like
No, like the movie Robin Hood, the animated one with the Fox cartoon.
Robin Hood, the Fox, Robin Hood, the Disney. Oh, that he was.
I say yes to that too. I say yes to that.
I'm not gonna fight too hard on that because if we talk about Lola Bunny for even 5 seconds, it's
my God.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. All right. So universally, cartoons hentai is in. I want it on record. And honestly, statistic fun fact, something I actually have researched a little bit on this one, is that women are actually the bigger connoisseurs of hentai, typically speaking.
That's true.
So this is a women-dominated category, which has proven from this little.
I can see that.
Yeah, 100%. Hey guys, I gotta take off. Head back to work. It was really great seeing all of you. Oh, always a pleasure, Andres. Make sure to check the VOD if you want to know how the rest of this nightmare goes.
Please do. Thank you so much for watching.
Always a pleasure, man. All right, moving on up to the next tier. A lot of these feel a little too easy. Anal, Nat.
Why does it always start with me?
Because it makes sense in order from how I'm seeing us in the boxes.
You're a taste
Anal.
maker.
Yeah.
I've never really been into anal. Like I feel like I don't know. I feel like I should be, but I'm just not.
I feel like I should be.
I feel like I should be in anal, but I am a big proponent of vaginal sex, and honestly, like so I'm a big fan of the Bang Bus website, even though their website is trash. I subscribed for a year, and I can't. It takes like 7 days to download a video, but whenever there's a video that's like they tell you there's gonna be anal, I'm like, I'm not really looking forward to this. So I don't know.
This sounds like when you get like a Blue Apron, one of those subscription things, and it's just like, oh no, it's gonna be sweet potatoes.
Oh, great.
They put out a new video every week, and whenever there's an anal, one's like, oh, I guess I'm skipping this week. So I'm not a fan. I'm gonna say no.
All right, Kelsey.
Big fan.
Big fan.
Big fan of it.
Big fan. All right. Danny.
Both ways, pegging and on a girl's.
Fair. Universal.
Pegging. We're talking about pegging too.
Well, yeah, anal.
We'll include all included anal.
Unless you're gonna bring up pegging
separately. I would say indifferent to yes.
Indifferent to yes.
Can I do like halfway to that? It's not a no.
But
it really kind of just depends on my mood.
What stops you from going full yes into the anal category?
The performer, I guess.
That's fair.
Like I have a certain way I want the ass to be.
Fair. Sorry, I was reading.
It's very
just gonna go watch
weird. It's very weird. I don't. There's just like I can't watch like a flat ass getting anal.
Yeah, I think the ass is important as well. I'm with you on that.
So it really depends on like who's getting it.
Fair.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
That's why it could be indifferent because I might watch it just to watch it, but it's like whatever. But then if it's like yes to certain ones.
That's fair.
That's my explanation.
Hannah, anal.
I don't think I ever search for it, but I like it to be sprinkled in. It's a nice treat.
It's a nice treat. I like that. That's perfect word.
I'm pretty picky on anal on the video side. Actually, I'm leaning more towards yes because there's been enough videos where I'm like, yeah, I'm for it and I've seen it and used in good taste. But there's some where I'm just I feel like I'm kind of with Nat. There are sometimes it takes the tempo out of the video for me at times.
So you're like me too.
Yeah, I'm more of the yes,
so
but
you're different to yes.
I'm a picky yes. I'm a picky yes on this category. Right?
Okay, I'll be a switchy picky yes too.
You know what I hate when there's anal and then they do a close up inside the asshole. Like
I'm not a fan of the deeping into the prolapse stuff.
I don't need to see your insides, girl. Like
you don't want to see the gaping. You don't like the gaping part.
No, gaping is a big no for me. Spoiler, that's my answer if that comes up into our discussion for today. But yeah, hard pass on that one. But yeah, picky yes on that one. Voyeur. Nat, go ahead.
So, if you haven't seen yet, we did a Twitch Wednesday video where it was Jake, it was Kelsey, it was Dylan, it was me, and it was Dwayne.
Dwayne was there too, yeah.
And we broke down our we took down the fetish quiz.
Yeah, as the king.
Apparently, I am 100% a voyeur. So.
Nat owns so many trench coats and he's not talking about it.
I do not agree with that because I've never once done anything voyeur related.
Binoculars.
I'm gonna say indifferent because I genuinely I don't search those videos out. But I wouldn't be opposed to it if it came on.
Okay, so indifferent, leaning yes though.
Leaning yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's about where I'm at too. I'm not searching for them, but if there's that aspect in a story, it's hot sometimes. I mean, I'm sure this might come up, but like I'm more interested from the exhibitionist perspective, like you know what I mean.
The vulnerability being exposed aspect rather than the person who's being more soaking in the attention. Yeah,
but I'll watch it. So I'll just say yes, I guess.
Danny.
Is this like a spy cam thing?
More so about like. I wouldn't say spy cam. I think
or it's like you're kind of just like peering in and watching the person like.
Yeah, I mean, however you want to define it, I guess.
Yes.
Fair.
Yeah. Okay.
Hannah. Voyeur.
I don't really care about it. I guess I'm indifferent.
I'm probably for it. If you put like a peephole in and you start getting into those like types of voyeur ones, or you're getting into these other ones, yeah. I can get behind it. I think most plots usually work pretty well for this. I mean, the voyeur exhibition one all kind of like teeters openly pretty well for me. So I think those genres are typically side by side. There's some really dumb ones. I want to do a speed round on a couple of these ones really quick before we start moving up. All right.
So we don't explain. We just say yes or no.
No explain. Yes or no's.
Okay. Socks.
Nah.
No.
Kelsey.
If you're counting knee-highs, yes.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Okay. I changed my answer to that.
Annie.
No.
Hannah.
No.
Knee-highs. Yeah. But not the ones in those strippers that
I
one
was
time.
saying that
one was jarring.
It ruined it for me.
I'm
no socks forever.
Squirt. Nah.
100% yes. Yes all the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kelsey. Danny.
Yes.
Hannah.
No.
I'm not opposed to it. I've seen some videos where it's used tastefully.
Really makes any video better.
Big ass. Nat.
Yes.
Kelsey.
Yes.
Danny.
Yes.
Hannah.
Yes.
Duh. Have you seen my wife? Get out of here. We'll do one more speed round one. Humiliation. Nat.
Yes.
Kelsey.
Yes.
Danny.
Indifferent.
Hannah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's fun. All right, back into our discussion categories. We're getting into. Ooh, this is a good one. Rim jobs. Nah.
No, not really a fan. Like in real life, then sure, but not in videos.
Sure. Kelsey.
Exclusively in lesbian porn, yes. It's hot in lesbian porn. I don't really like it as much with heterosexual another one, but lesbian porn, yes.
Male butthole, not for Kelsey. Female butts makes
well,
sense.
even the guy licking a girl's asshole doesn't do it as much for me as a girl licking a girl's asshole. Like, I don't like that dynamic just does something for me.
So. Okay, so specifics in lesbian, but I can get behind it. I'll get behind it.
Nailed it.
Or not. Danny, sorry.
We're not all the same
people, I see.
Wow.
Racist.
I know.
No.
Jake, comment.
No.
Big no.
Can we just talk about Jake for a minute? Like, that man just whispers the most racist shit to me. And
it's the Alabama in him. He can't help it.
Alabama man.
Uh-huh.
Like, hey, Nat, why don't you cook some rice? No, I'm just kidding. He didn't say that. But he said something.
He does sit there and often say, oh, yeah, you and Dylan are all the same. And I'm like, wow, Jake. Wow. Yeah, Danny, too. What? Alex, sometimes. But... anyway, rim job, Hannah.
If tastefully done, I like it peppered in there. Similar to anal.
Similar to anal?
Yeah. I like.
Is it preferred female? Do you have like a receiver, a parties?
If the female's the receiver, I don't care who's giving as long as the female's the receiver. But yeah, I don't think I would watch just like a full-on rim job video. I think it's like anal. I just kind of want it.
It's just part of the.
It should be
a good seasoning.
It should be a
I feel like that's just part of it.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think you often see full rim job videos. I can't imagine.
Right. They exist.
So.
And they're exhausting.
Yeah, I'm. Season it in. I think it's fine in its moderation, but
it's like doing the cinnamon challenge. Like I said, it's a seasoning. Why would you eat a spoonful of it?
Words of wisdom.
Teen. Nat.
What was it?
Teen.
Okay. I'm not really into it most of the time. Sometimes, yes. Like a schoolgirl outfit, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah. Not talking himself into it more and more. He's like, well, except for this, and this exception, I would say.
That would be too. I was gonna say indifferent, and I said, well, when this happens, and this happens, yes.
Yeah. Nat or Danny.
Stop doing that.
No, it's flipped. I've done it twice. Suck it.
It's a yes for me, dog.
Yes for you, dog. All right. Emphatic yes. Hannah.
I guess so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can get behind it. There's enough tasteful uses of like playful de-aging in a fun way with it that doesn't get too weird with it.
Yeah.
Plus, there's some vulnerability plot lines that seem kind of like fun in its own way with it, but to each their own on that one. All right, we're working our way up to the top tier. 7 minutes left on the clock. We're starting with foot job. Nat.
No, never been a foot guy.
Kelsey.
I actually have an aversion to feet. They gross me out. So that sounds like my own personal brand of hell. So hard no. Hard no.
Danny.
Nope. I don't like feet.
No toe lovers in the house. Hannah, are you gonna bring it around?
No.
Yeah, it's a no for me. I don't feet.
I don't get it. I don't get the foot fetish.
If you're in the feet fetish, let us know in the comments below how to get it. I guess
I would love to have a foot fetish because feet are just so accessible. Like you can see anyone's feet.
It's true. You know what? I think feet fetish people are thriving. If you live in like a San Diego, like a sunny area, like a Florida. Oh my God, you just rock hard at the beach all day. You know what I mean? Like.
No, it's just I get like I don't know. Like I get so sad because I don't have the type of feet that feet people like. Like I don't think my feet are ugly. I think they're kind of cute, but they're small. And I think feet people like big feet, but I have tiny feet.
Hannah's upset she can't gain market on that because she's like, yeah, I'd love to gain the market on the feet.
Oh, I absolutely would.
Yeah.
1,000%. I would let people touch and photograph my feet all day long.
Mm-hmm. Art of the Beach is my most searched. I'm doing the best I can to get into everybody's specifics here. It's all this psychology degree coming out of me, which is funny because that's my minor of all things. But yeah, feet, not it for me. Let's go with probably this one seems like it should have been a very unpopular one. Kissing, Nat. Just regular kissing.
It's like a seasoning. Like you just put them on.
No, I think it's separate. I think
because there's foot job and then there's feet. I think it's feet kissing.
We already talked about feet, so I'm just gonna put kissing on it because I like it as an individual category.
You know what? I'm gonna say yes. I'm not gonna watch a full video of someone kissing for 30
right,
minutes.
Yeah.
But sprinkle it on some. Yeah, sure, why not?
I mean,
also, yes. I haven't watched Peacemaker. It's an awesome show.
I haven't watched it yet. I need to. So
I like the intro. The good intro.
So in real life, kissing is good. It's important, but honestly, in porn, I fast forward through it most of the time. All that lead up of kiss, make out. I'm like, oh, we get to the good part, and then the end when they get back to kissing, I'm like, and it's over, and I turn it off. So I kind of skip through it.
Because it's I'm blowing my load. I don't want to see this kissing shit. I'm not here for intimacy in that way.
I'm not here for intimacy.
Yeah, Danny.
It really depends on where they're kissing.
I guess that's fair. I mean, if we get
if it's just a regular making out French kissing, no. But if it's kissing by the ear or the neck or
you know what?
If they're kissing on the nipple area, that kind of part.
I was gonna say it. Forehead kisses turn me so much on.
So I'm indifferent, but again, to me that's the lead up to the actual porn part.
Well, I'm not gonna kiss that on the forehead anymore. Hannah.
Similar to what's already been said, the before and after, I skip through it. However, I do like if there's kissing during instead of just the thrusting. So
if there's some
I hate when it's just so
purely the fucking right.
That was for you.
Yeah.
When it's just so business-like.
When it's business fucking and not a little bit of humanity.
I mean, sometimes you kind of want to feel like they're not just making money.
Yeah.
So.
I get that.
Even though they are.
Yeah. But,
except when it's amateur.
That's true. Amateur, maybe not always making money. Maybe they're just making it for the content.
But, yeah. Sometimes the kissing is nice. So, yeah. Not the kissing itself, but
yeah, sprinkled in, showing a little bit more intimacy in it. I can get behind that.
Yeah, tenderness.
Yeah, as long as it's in the right profile. So if you randomly throw it into a submission one or something like that,
some tenderness with your
maybe that's very confusing on that one. But yeah, I think sprinkled in.
Tenderize.
I'm doing that.
Children watch this show. Stop.
Not my children.
You don't. So. We have a dog and a cat.
And they're not watching.
No, Griff's does not give a shit. Cosplay. Nat.
Yeah, when it's done right. Yeah, sure.
Hard yes. I even want to participate in that. That's goals eventually, maybe someday. Yes.
All right, goals and on the Amazon wish list for Kelsey.
I have a whole wish on Amazon of cosplay stuff. You never know, it might show up somewhere.
I'm sure. I am absolutely. Danny.
Yep, 100%.
100%. Hannah.
Actually, no, because I would just fast forward through the part where their clothes are on. So.
I like this.
I'm on the other side of the table on that one for you. All the cosplay. All of it on, all of it mixed, all of it half off.
I mean, if we're talking about what we watch.
Yeah.
Then no. I don't care about it in a video.
Yeah, that's fair. But there's not enough good cosplay porn on that. That being said, it is an explored porn genre, I think, overall, though. You can tell they haven't put the effort into really trying to put a lot of.
You sound like you're about to pitch.
That's why I need to start the market. I am an actual cosplayer.
I'm just letting Kelsey pitch it.
Kelsey's $100
it's like
costumes,
that's like alt girl. cosplay.
Yeah. I was about to say like the all pro ones or stuff like that. I've only seen like a couple people here and there being like really tiptoe the line well enough to do it in the porn category while also still being like a decent looking cosplay as well. Like, because there's like porn cosplay that's clearly like just freshly bought off like an Amazon web store, just like
bought from
costumes.
Not for Party City.
Yeah. Like I need a little bit more of that home content.
I go to all the Comic Cons, obviously.
Right.
All the cosplay models and.
So I think we got one more left on the clock, and I'm going to leave it up to a vote. I'm going to pick 4, and you guys got to vote which one we want to sit here.
Or speed round. Why don't you do speed round?
Yeah, you're right. Let's speed round.
Let's speed round 3 of them and then talk about one in like detail.
All right, we'll speed round it, and you can speed, and then we'll go back to your favorites on the speed round.
Yeah.
Okay. Incest. Nat, start it up.
What? No. When it's like step brothers, step sisters, sure. But it's like was actual sister and brother now.
I mean, most of the videos aren't, according to Pornhub. Their Twitter said most is not, which is a little concerning. Kelsey.
Yes. I won't go into detail, but yes.
Here comes all the shame yeses around the corner, Danny.
This is step bro, step sis, daddy, girls.
Whatever. Hell, it could be straight up real if you want it to be. It's however you define it.
Remember, guys, it's fantasy.
It's fantasy, guys.
So this is not real life, but yeah.
That's fair. All right, Hannah.
I don't want people spreading rumors about me.
No.
No across the board. No fantasy, no real. Yeah, it's too mainstream. I can't like say no. It's a guilty yes on the fantasy. Definitely not on the real. Yeah, it's the meme point. I mean, everything is that now, so it's kind of hard to avoid it at this point.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Quit getting stepsisters stuck in places, I guess. But anyway, the other one. Yeah, DP. Oh, speed round still. Go, Nat.
No, because it's anal. We talked about it.
Yeah, that's true. Kelsey.
Yes.
All the holes. Danny.
All the holes. All the holes.
Indifferent.
Hannah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not super for me. I don't like to indulge in it myself. Pregnant. Nat.
Indifferent. I don't search it out, but like if there's a good pregnant video, then I'm sure I'm watching it.
Kelsey.
Indifferent. Yeah.
Danny.
Indifferent. This is not the same as lactate.
Fair.
It's a few months earlier.
Lactation aside, pregnant.
No.
Yeah. Not for me. Harry. That's a good speed round one.
These are the top ones? What?
No, this was actually back towards the bottom. I just skimmed over it and I was like, hey, I want to leave some of these for speed round.
Okay, I was like, what? No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Not for me.
No. Kelsey?
No.
Danny? No. Hannah?
Oh, no.
No. Yeah, super hairy. Not my forte.
I like a little bit of hair, not just like super.
Sure,
hair.
yeah, but not when you go to hairy, you get you're getting 80s
like
book.
armpits, hairy armpits, and hairy.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I shaved my chest yesterday.
You have never shaved your chest.
Yes, I have.
When?
I had to shave. There's a couple times we'll have a chest piece, and sometimes you get the little hairy part right in the crevice, right here in the sternum.
You've never shaved
Yes, I
just
have.
to shave.
Well, no, not just to shave. If we're doing like a beach day or something, Yeah, like when we go to the boat. Like
what boat?
Bryce's boat.
She's just throwing you under the
boat
bus.
house. The boathouse. You know the one.
I know the one. You did not shave before you went on that boat.
Yeah, I did. Pull up the pictures. This bitch don't know I be shaving my chest on the boat days. Are you kidding me? Doesn't appreciate my art. One more for the road. Let's go. Did I say old young?
You didn't say that.
Okay, old young for one last rodeo.
It's It's a guilty pleasure, but yes, for me.
Guilty pleasure, but yes.
The Blue Pill Men video was prime stuff.
All right, Kelsey.
Story matters in this situation, but if it's a good story, yes.
Okay. Danny.
No.
Big no.
Nope.
Anna.
No.
Not to the grannies. Grandpa.
It doesn't have to be grannies. It could be
grandpas.
Daddy and
or grandpas.
You've got seasoned dads and moms. And
I do like a good granny.
Well, yeah, if it's not like
let's say young
granny porn, no.
Are we talking about
like?
Are we talking about DDLG, like daddy? Like
yeah, we can get into like early 20s versus like 50s.
Okay, that's yeah.
Okay.
Suddenly,
that's
very
like
more about it.
Again, that's like borderline in the teen category.
Yeah. It's like more or less
stepdad, and incest.
Well,
like
there's a lot of cross genres. Like
the Venn diagram
thing.
crosses over in the middle. Obviously, the extremes you're gonna have like grandpa versus like really young or something like that. And those ones you tend to lose me on it. But yeah, in that middle ground of like somebody sturdily in like their 50s, middle ages onwards, and then like 20. Yeah, sure, I'll do that. And flip the genre or flip the genres either way too. I think women on that age group work just as well too. But I think that's pretty much gonna be it, unless we want to cover. We haven't talked about gangbang. It feels weird not to have that one on there. Gangbang.
No.
MILF and gangbang. Speed round. Go.
Indifferent.
On both.
Indifferent on gangbang. Yes, on MILF.
Okay, Kelsey.
Yes.
Yes to both. Okay, MILF's gangbangs for Kelsey's. Danny.
Yes.
Yes. Hannah.
I'm gonna say yes to gangbang and a slight yes to MILF.
Slight yes to MILF. Yeah, I take both. Throw them together. Make it crazy. Why not?
I think MILF might be in my top 3.
Top 3.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. So and this will just be a little bit of a wrap up content because we're running a little late on the show because
Here's a picture of him with like a glass of brandy. He's like, this is a finely aged.
Yes, exactly. If you happen to have a top 3 in mind, feel free to share. Nat, if you're stirring up the pot.
Starting with me, huh?
Yeah.
I am gonna go. Amateur. MILF. Redhead.
Okay. I'm gonna go lesbian massage parlor.
Oh my god, that's a good one.
Massage parlors. Everybody, we're gonna forget that.
Lesbian massage parlor is my favorite. BDSM is second, and then step parent, stepchild is probably third.
Danny.
Amateur. Stepdad, stepgirl. What would be my third? I guess like POV. Or
we
haven't talked about POV.
Yeah,
go ahead, Danny.
Yeah.
POV or again like cosplay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, speaking of POV, I tried the PSVR with the porn. It's a game changer. I used like twice, and I was like, "Oh, that's enough."
Yeah. The VR stuff, like, it's too not just the porn, but just in general. Like, it gets me nauseous. I can't. Like, I'm too much. The VR has not evolved enough for my like motion sick brain to sit there and be able to get into that medium yet. So, praise to y'all who are able to get in there. But Hannah, top 3 if any.
I'd say I'm just looking at the list,
Sure.
but I'd say amateur, close up. I don't know, face sitting.
Yeah, that tracks for you.
Oh, close up. That's a good one.
I think a quick 3 for me comes to mind. Cosplay, massage parlor is gonna be pretty high up there. Not strictly related into like lesbian, but yeah, I mean massage parlor in there is a pretty good one on that. Cosplay, massage, Garsh. I don't know. I don't know where I'd put a third one. I truly don't. Tan lines. That's great. Skate Weather says, I imagine the VR will be overwhelming, right? I feel like that's almost too much. Like,
gosh,
you see those videos like on like Dave or something like that, where he has like the VR headset and like all like the machine part on it, and at a certain point, you're just fucking the internet. And I don't know, that may be just too much. I like furry gangbang videos with a touch of rim jabbing, says Alan. Amateur BBW massage, easy. I dig it. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, massage is an underrated one. That one I'm surprised actually isn't on this list. But anyway, guys, I think that's more or less our show. If you want to cancel Kelsey, make sure to tweet at her. I don't know, tweet something at her. She'll probably get canceled. Maybe won't. We keep trying. Cancel us.
Canceled,
we're over the hump. We're washed up. Cancel us. If we can't be popular, we're going to be infamous. All right, that's going to be the other side of it.
We just became the Dark Knight. We turned ourselves into a villain.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I think you're muted. Your lips are moving, but I wasn't hearing you.
I was muted. I was gonna say it's hard to get canceled when you can't break double-digit viewers.
Oh,
We are gonna be rating Adriana Chechich. So
yeah. Adriana, this one's for you. Make sure to stick around and let her know the call to action sent you there. And
it's gonna be 2 viewers on Twitch.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Most of the people are on YouTube. But we're gonna be rating right now, and then I'm gonna close out the YouTube stream. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. We will see you next week.
See you next week on T-Dubs. Filthiest show on the internet right now. Call to action.